Learn to say, and past forms in English to Hindi.
कहना, मैंने कहा, तुमने कहा.
Welcome to the Great Talking Parrot Mystery. Hey, you're about to learn one tiny verb with huge drama power. Today, you'll practice how to say
कहना,
and all the past forms without sounding like a confused potato. Picture this. You walk into a Hindi class, and a parrot wearing glasses is standing on the teacher's desk. The parrot clears its throat like a professor and announces, "Today we study how to
कहना,
things." You blink. The class blinks. Even the chalk seems emotionally prepared. The parrot continues, "If you want to say something important, use."
कहना,
If yesterday you already spoke, then maybe.
मैंने कहा,
Or.
तुमने कहा,
Or.
उसने कहा.
Quote. Suddenly this is not a class anymore. This is a full drama series. Your core word today. Let's start with the engine of the whole chapter. Say it aloud with me and let your mouth do the memory work. The base verb is, say, equals.
कहना,
Think of it as the all-purpose doorway into reported speech. Example. I want to say something important. In Hindi, you hear
कहना,
inside the idea of saying. Example. Please say your name clearly. Again, think.
कहना,
Example. It is hard to say goodbye. That emotional little say is still.
कहना,
Memory trick. Ka now.
कहना,
Like, ka, now say it. Who said it? Now let's turn one verb into a whole cast of characters. This is where Hindi starts feeling surprisingly neat. I said equals.
मैंने कहा,
Example. I said no.
मैंने कहा,
You said equals.
तुमने कहा.
Example. You said the answer clearly.
तुमने कहा,
He said equals.
उसने कहा,
She said equals.
उसने कहा.
Yes, same form here. Hindi is being efficient, not lazy. It said equals.
उसने कहा.
That sounds funny in English, but imagine a note, message, or sign reporting something. We said equals.
हमने कहा,
They said equals.
उन्होंने कहा.
So the magic word holding it together is often
कहा.
while the beginning tells you who did the saying. Mini drama at the tea stall. Time for a funny scene. Listen like it's an audiobook, and notice how each form appears naturally. At a roadside tea stall, the owner asks, "Who told me the shop cat is now the assistant manager?" I point at myself and say.
मैंने कहा.
My friend points at me and says, "No, no."
तुमने कहा.
That the cat demanded a salary. Then a serious man at the corner whispers.
उसने कहा.
That the cat also wants weekends off. A woman nearby laughs and repeats.
उसने कहा.
That the cat prefers fish over cash. Then we all panic because a handwritten sign on the wall basically.
उसने कहा.
Do not argue with the cat. Finally, the whole table lifts their chai glasses and declares.
हमने कहा.
Nothing against management. But the neighbors outside?
उन्होंने कहा.
Everything. Quick pattern drill. You don't need to memorize a forest. Just memorize a pattern. Repeat after each line if you can. Say equals.
कहना.
I said equals.
मैंने कहा.
You said equals.
तुमने कहा.
He said equals.
उसने कहा.
She said equals.
उसने कहा.
It said equals.
उसने कहा.
We said equals.
हमने कहा.
You said, plural old style form from the list, maps here for learning as equals.
तुमने कहा.
They said equals.
उन्होंने कहा.
Now again, faster.
कहना. मैंने कहा, तुमने कहा, उसने कहा, हमने कहा, उन्होंने कहा.
Useful comparisons. This tiny comparison section helps you avoid common confusion. Hindi gives you neighbors for each word, so let's meet them quickly.
कहना,
Means to say.
बोलना,
Means to speak. Similar family, different flavor.
बताना,
Often means to tell or to explain. So if you just want, say, your safe star is.
कहना,
Example comparison. I said, equals.
मैंने कहा,
But I told could be different in Hindi. Tiny warning from the grammar goblin. Don't throw every speaking verb into one spicy soup. Call and response quiz. Let's see if your brain is awake or just politely smiling. I'll ask, you answer out loud. How do you say, in Hindi? Answer.
कहना,
How do you say, I said? Answer.
मैंने कहा,
How do you say, you said? Answer.
तुमने कहा,
How do you say, he said? Answer.
उसने कहा,
How do you say, she said? Answer.
उसने कहा,
How do you say, it said? Answer.
उसने कहा,
How do you say, we said? Answer.
हमने कहा,
How do you say, they said? Answer.
उन्होंने कहा.
If you got most of those right, congratulations. Your inner parrot has earned a tiny graduation cap. Memory palace trick. Let's glue the words into memory with a silly visual map. Weird images help. Your brain loves nonsense more than it admits. Imagine your front door. On it is a giant glowing mouth saying,
कहना,
Step inside and see yourself in the hallway saying,
मैंने कहा.
In the kitchen, your friend points and says,
तुमने कहा.
In the living room, a man on the sofa reports.
उसने कहा.
Next to him, a woman also reports.
उसने कहा.
On the table, a talking note waves and says, yes.
उसने कहा.
In the dining room, your whole family chants.
हमने कहा.
Outside the window, the neighbors gossip in chorus.
उन्होंने कहा.
If that image is ridiculous, perfect. Now it will probably stay in your head. Your speaking challenge. Now it's your turn. Don't just listen, use the words. Even one spoken sentence helps more than 10 silent nods. Say aloud, I want to say something. Then include.
कहना.
Now say, I said no. Use.
मैंने कहा.
Now point at an imaginary friend and say, you said that. Use.
तुमने कहा.
Now imagine a movie scene, he said wait. Use.
उसने कहा.
Now switch, she said everything is fine. Still use.
उसने कहा.
Now hold an imaginary note and say, it said come tomorrow. Use.
उसने कहा.
Now gather your imaginary team and say, we said goodbye. Use.
हमने कहा.
Finally, imagine a crowd and say, they said they will return. Use.
उन्होंने कहा.
Friendly conclusion. You did real work today, and that matters. Tiny words build big conversations. Today you practiced, say, equals.
कहना.
Plus the past forms.
मैंने कहा. तुमने कहा. उसने कहा. हमने कहा.
And.
उन्होंने कहा.
Thank you for learning with me. Keep practicing out loud, revisit the funny scenes, and let repetition do its magic. The more you say it, the easier it becomes to actually.
कहना.
What you mean in Hindi.